I'm David Levin, and welcome to another bottomless episode of Pop Goes the Culture, the behind-the-scenes tales of TV that have rarely been revealed until now. In part 6 of this 8-part conversation, actress Jasmine Guy and I discussed the ways that the creators added authenticity to a different world, what it was like working with legendary actress Diahann Carroll playing her mom, and what Jasmine learned, the creativity and education of working on the show. Debbie implemented a spring trip to Atlanta for the writers. Did everybody go, or is that just us?
The writers went. We didn't go, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I just know that I was happy because basically, you know, even some of our black writers hadn't gone to black colleges. You need to be there. You need to feel it. You know, this always amazes me about white folk. For some reason, they think they know everything about everybody. But everybody doesn't think they know everything about you. Like, if you were to say to me, I went to a Jewish academy or I go to temple every week, I wouldn't know what that means. I know what it means in words. I wouldn't be able to write about it without experiencing it, without doing my research. And I give credence to other cultures that I don't know about. But I feel like with black folk, white people think they just change their names and make them black. There's a different texture that was missing in the show. And it's hard to play colorless or bland or, you know, the reason why Whitley, I believe, was so, you know, grabbed people, she was so definitive. Whether it was likable or not wasn't what was going on with Whitley in the beginning. She was defined. And I felt sorry for the actors that were struggling with finding a voice for these characters and the voice changing every week. You know, Marissa Tomei, oh, she's smart. Oh, she's daffy. And, you know, I can't speak for her. But I remember going, well, I'm glad I'm the bitch and I'm snotty and I come in, I drop the bomb and I leave. My gig is clear, you know, and all I had to do is make that work. But to have like on-camera trials, I think was very difficult for the show. And Debbie came in and gave definition to where we lived, where we were from, who we were, where we came from, you know. And if you notice, you know, Freddie was a defined character. You knew what to expect from her. You knew what to expect from Kimberly Reese. You knew what to expect from Mr. Gaines, you know. So it made for a more familiar place. It didn't matter that it was black, but it was because it was defined, it was more believable.
How much did the casting of Diahann Carroll as your mother help you define your character?
That intimidated me. To be the daughter of Diahann Carroll. First of all, I love Diahann Carroll, and I love her work, and I really fell in love with her in Claudine. But, you know, she is a beauty, and she is together all the time. I just acted like I was. And I knew that, but I felt in some way she would be disappointed that I wasn't pulled together like that. And, you know, what a joy to know that she could have cared less. And how warm and intelligent and grateful she was. I mean, it was profound to have her on the show. And she, after her first episode, had a magnum of champagne for us and said, I never thought I would be around this many black people and women on a set. I was always the only one. And you all are so bright and so confident. I never thought this would happen, and I'm here to see it.
She told me that was the one thing that surprised her, to see all of you working together, and she said that Debbie Allen turned it into a real educational experience for you guys.
Debbie Allen, who I've always claimed as a mentor, encouraged us to write for the show, direct, get in those unions, utilize this experience. Debbie knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And no matter what we get from the outside world about it, are you getting what you can from the inside? And I've learned that from her. And it's also a lesson I learned when I was at Alvin Ailey's, that you can bitch and complain about not being in the first company and you didn't get this role, but are you wearing the role out that you have? Is what you're doing phenomenal? And I always remind myself of that, because we were discounted a lot. And I would say, especially as I've watched television and television stars over the years and the kind of attention and glory they get, I feel like we were kind of stepchildren, treated in that way. But it didn't affect me because I had pride of the show. I was really very focused on the crew, who I saw every day, who worked with us, the writers that would come to our dressing rooms and go, "This is what I'm doing next week, tell me if you like it. What do you think would happen here?" The opportunities I had to cross that wall and sit in with the writers and hear what they really say about us. How they all act our parts out. I'm like, wow, I didn't know y'all did all this. Oh my God, the writers would convene after every rehearsal. So we go home at 4 o'clock and they're there till 10 at night writing with each other. And they're acting out all the parts.
Next time on Pop Goes the Culture, Jasmine continues talking about working with the writers on A Different World. Jasmine writes her first episode, the fight to get to deal with real issues on a network sitcom in the early 90s. Plus, Jasmine and I come up with an idea for a new TV series. Are you listening, Hollywood? Till then, who is your favorite guest star on A Different World? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. I'm David Levin. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're already a subscriber and you don't want to miss an episode, tap the bell icon. We'll let you know exactly when we're showing new episodes of Pop Goes the Culture, Ask Them Yourself, and The Boomer Tube.